The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
Now, Polly, it's time for you to go to sleep. It's 9:30. Not so loud. You'll wake up Mr. Benny.
Mr. Benny.
Be quiet. I have enough trouble trying to get that man to go to sleep. Instead of counting sheep, he makes me count his money, and he keeps one eye open. Now, you go to sleep, too. Dear Diary, today I am especially proud of myself, and why shouldn't I be? When I finished all of my normal household chores a minute and 20 seconds ahead of schedule, Mr. Benny congratulated me for cleaning the house so fast. He said I was the only man to break the sound barrier with a vacuum cleaner. Finished cleaning the house, I assorted the fan mail, and again, I got more than he did. Before Mr. Benny went to bed, he asked me if I had any ideas he could use for his next television show. And I told him he couldn't miss if he'd just do the things that happened to him in real life. Like today, for instance. The morning started out normally enough, but anything is liable to happen in the house of Jack Benny.
Amazing the things they have nowadays. Shaving cream with Diaxin in it. Shaving cream with lanolin in it. Shaving cream with chlorophyll in it. Had to chase all over town to find shaving cream with soap in it. There. I'm all shaved. Nothing like a nice, smooth... I forgot to put a blade in it.
Hello.
Hello, Polly.
Hello.
Who's down there?
Me in Rochester.
Hello, boss. Are you shaving?
Yeah.
How are you fixed for blades?
Always watching the pipes. What'd you get at the market, Rochester?
Food for the week.
Yeah.
Butter, bread, meat, and the usual supply of canned goods.
Mm-hmm.
But I think next week I'm going to have to shop at a different market.
Why? What's wrong with our regular market?
Well, you know how they always charge less for cans that are bent?
Yeah?
Well, this morning they caught me bending them.
Rochester, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, bending cans so you can get them cheaper. I'm glad you were caught.
They wouldn't have caught me if I hadn't asked for a mop.
What'd you need with a mop?
I tried to bend a bottle of milk.
Now stop making things up. I'll answer that. Put the groceries away.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Jack.
This is Mary.
Oh, Mary, I was just thinking of calling you. What's on your mind?
Well, what are you doing right now?
Nothing. Why?
Well, I've been sitting here thinking, and there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
Gee, it sounds important.
Oh, it is, Jack. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time, and now that I've worked up enough courage, well,
Look, Mary, I don't know what you're getting at, but if it's that important, as soon as I finish shaving, I'll come over to your apartment.
It can't wait. I'll come over there. I'll take a taxi cab and be right over.
Well, all right. Goodbye. Gee, I never heard Mary sound so serious before. I wonder what she wants to talk to me about. It must be important. The cab fare from her house to mine is $1.20. $1.30 when you get stuck by that darn light on Sunset. Oh, well. I still can't imagine what Mary wants to see me about. Couldn't be about her contract. She just signed a new one. I wonder if... Say... I know what it is. For years, I've been asking her to marry me, and she's always turned me down. I even asked her last week. That's it. She must have changed her mind. That's what it is. That's all it could be. Da-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, ba-bum, bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. You know, Rochester, today you can say anything you want to because I'm in an exceptionally good mood.
You are?
Yep. You know, for years I've been asking Miss Livingston to marry me, and she's always turned me down. And today I think she's coming over to accept.
No.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks. Now, when Miss Livingston comes, I want you to fix up 2 glasses of champagne.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, I just can't get over it. Oh, boy, it'll be wonderful when Mary and I are married. We'll be able to go to parties together, go on vacations together, file joint income tax returns. And maybe someday there'll be a little stranger. Hey, wait a minute. I've been asking Mary to marry me for years, and she's always turned me down. Well, if she thinks that she can come over here, and I'm going to ask her again just like that, she's got another guest coming. I'm going to play hard to get. I'll tease her a little bit. Maybe I'll even make her propose to me, and... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make her propose to me, and propose to me, and propose to me, and propose to me, and propose to me, and... Me to be her husband. Yes, sir, that's what I'll do. I may even make her kneel down when she asks me. Oh, gosh, she's here. Gee, I better be careful. I don't want to know how anxious I am. I better restrain myself.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
I do. I mean, it didn't take you long to get here, did it?
No, I rushed right over.
Ah, good, good. Now, come on over. Sit down here, Mary.
No, you sit down.
All righty. Well, what do you want to talk to me about, Mary?
Can anybody hear us?
No. What does he want to tell me?
Where's Rochester?
He's in the kitchen. What is it?
Well, Jack,
Uh-huh.
there's something that's been on my mind for a very long time, and, well, it's such a delicate subject that I just don't know how to say it. You know, it's kind of a... I don't know how to tell you.
Now, look, Mary, you called me, you rushed over in a cab. Now, what is it you want to say to me?
Well, Jack... Jack, something has got to be done about your being so cheap.
Mary, is that all you wanted to tell me?
Yes, Jack, and everybody in town is talking about it.
About me being cheap?
Yes.
Just mention one.
Well, Barbara Stanwyck, Danny Kaye, Gary Cooper.
I only asked for one. Anyway, it's a fine gang to talk about me being cheap. Especially that Danny Kaye with that head of hair of his. He's so cheap, he won't even spend 35 cents for a haircut.
They're $1.50 now. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. But you better do something about it or you won't have a friend left in the world.
Well...
I mean it.
Well, look, Mary. To show you that I'm not cheap. Now, you're all dressed. I'll tell you what. I'll take you to dinner. We'll go dancing and everything. Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jack, but I have a date for tonight.
Oh, with whom?
Oh, somebody. You don't know him.
Oh.
Well, I guess I better be running along.
Okay. So, Mary, funny thing, when you called and said you were going to rush down here, had something to say to me, I thought that you were going to, well...
Going to what?
Nothing.
Oh, well, goodbye, Jack.
Bye.
Champagne for two.
I don't want it.
What's the matter, boss? You don't look good.
I got a headache.
Oh, well, then this will make you feel good.
Champagne?
It's 7-Up with an Alka-Seltzer in it. Okay.
Rochester.
Yes, boss?
Rochester,
Yes?
do you think I'm cheap?
Oh, no, boss. I wouldn't say cheap. A little snug, maybe, but not cheap.
I knew you'd understand.
Well, shall I bring you lunch in now?
No, I'm going to lie down here on the couch a while. I better pick this thing up.
Oh, no, leave it there. I might want to ask for a raise.
Oh, don't. Boy, was I fooled. I was so sure Mary had decided to marry me. I certainly asked her enough. Gee, the first time I asked her was when she was working at the May Company. I spent the whole morning there. It was Dollar Day. God, imagine Mary and me getting married.
And now, before I pronounce you man and wife, I must ask you these questions. Do you promise to always smoke Lucky Strikes?
I do.
And do you know that Luckies are made of that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco?
I do.
Now, will you both repeat after me? LS, MFT. LS, MFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Do you have a cigarette? And do you have a lighter? Good. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Imagine being married to Mary all these years and have a family.
Well, I made it again, Emily. Oh, I sure wish I lived closer to the bus stop. You know, standing behind that counter all day long, my feet are killing me.
Yeah, that May Company sure was busy today.
Certainly were.
Hello, Mrs. Benny.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Kratzmeyer. How are the children?
Well, Leonard and Julius are fine.
Oh, that's good.
But Irving, Richard, William, Natalie, Herman, Catherine, Sophie, Rachel, Benny, and Michael have colds.
That's too bad.
Yeah, and what a time for it to happen. The oldest one starts school next week.
Well, everything happens at once.
Well, I better close the window before I catch a cold, too.
You know, Emily, I'm kind of sorry we had to work so late. I was kind of anxious to get home early because today's my anniversary.
Really? How long you been married to that blue-eyed schnook?
21 years.
Oh, well, buck up, kid. It could happen to anybody. I almost fell for him myself once. I'll never forget the first time he walked into the store.
Has he still got the ukulele? He's got something worse, the violin. Oh, brother.
By the way, how's your daughter?
Joni? Oh, she's fine. She's 17 now, you know.
Gee, time sure flies.
Yeah. Well, I guess I better begin again. I'll see you tomorrow, Emily. Good night.
No, I'll see you at the bus stop in the morning.
Okay. Oh, hello, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Mother. So busy doing my homework, I didn't hear you come in.
Well, that's funny. You're generally finished with your homework by this time.
I know, but I'm doing it over. I never should have asked Daddy to help me. Look, he did some of my math problems, and every answer came out 39.
Well, that's a number that's stuck in his head. At least keep the house clean. Where's Daddy now?
He's in there.
No. I wish he'd stop scratching on that thing.
I know just how you feel. At school, they can't understand why I flunked music appreciation.
I know what you mean.
Guess who?
Tyrone Power.
It is not. Hello, wifey. How's my little sweetheart today?
Little sweetheart, little sweetheart. You don't even know what today is.
I do, too. It's our wedding anniversary. It was just 21 years ago today that you said I do.
Yeah, me and my big mouth. For 21 years you've been telling me you're going to be a big radio actor. When is it going to happen? When?
Well,
Don't pick on Daddy. He's such a good cook.
you're darn right. All day long I've been slaving over a hot... Now, who can that be?
I'll get it. Oh, hi, Calvin.
Hello, Joni.
Come on in. Calvin, I want you to meet my parents.
How do you do, Mrs. Benny?
Oh, this is my mother. Daddy, take off that apron.
Oh, yes.
Would you young folks like to be left alone?
No, thanks.
I'm not talking to you.
Well?
Would you like to sit down?
Uh-huh. Gee, what a beautiful room. You've got a big radio, a piano, and a television set.
Yes. Mother works awfully hard. She's playing the piano.
Gee. Oh, is this a picture of your father?
Yes, that was taken when he was in the Navy.
Gee, you must be proud of him. Underneath it says Admiral.
That's the name of the television set. There's some pictures in the family album. Would you like to see them?
Oh, sure.
Here's Cousin Rita, and this one's Cousin Rose. And over here is Mother and Daddy's wedding picture.
Oh, wait a minute. Why is your father holding that violin?
Everybody notices that. He played at his own wedding.
What are you laughing at?
As they marched down the aisle to the strains of Oh Promise Me, Mama had to hold his rosin.
No. Who's this cute little girl?
That was me when I started school.
But you look only 2 years old.
I was. Daddy wanted me to get through school early so I could start working.
Dinner's on the table. Time to eat. Come on, Joni. Excuse us, Calvin.
Jack, ask him to dinner.
Huh? Oh, yes. Then I can find out if his family is rich. We really are trying to marry well. After all, you can't keep working forever. Come on, Joni. You too, Calvin. Come on. Food's here. That's it. Now, Joni, you sit right over there. Mary, you sit here. And Calvin, you sit right here.
What about you, Mr. Benny?
No, I'll serve. I'll serve.
Oh, boy, what are we having? Turkey or steak?
Stew. You know, with an extra person, I want to be sure that I can cut the meat real fine.
If you haven't got enough, I'll be glad to go home and eat.
No, I'll manage. I'll manage. Now, give me your plate, Calvin. Give me your plate. Yeah? Calvin, Joni told me that your father works in a bank. Is that right?
Yes, he's a janitor.
Well, all right. I have a surprise for you kids anyway. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
Isn't that cute? Daddy decided to play the violin for us while we have dinner.
Jack, will you put that thing away and sit down?
Mary, it isn't often that we have company, you know.
Mr. Benny, why don't you sit down and eat before the food gets cold?
No, I'd rather play. Of course, if you want to show your appreciation for the music, there's an empty plate right there on the table. Huh?
I've stood about all I can. I didn't mind working all these years, and I didn't even mind when you were selling my friends. But now you're hurting Joni's chances. And why? Because you're cheap. Cheap, do you hear me? Cheap. That's what you are. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap,
I'm not.
cheap.
I'm not cheap. I'm not cheap. I'm not. I'm not cheap.
Boss, wake up!
A little snub, maybe, but not cheap.
Wake up, boss, you're dreaming.
Shit. You're right, Rochester. You know, I had... Hello?
Hello, Jack. This is Mary.
Oh, hello, Mary. What is it?
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and, Jack, I'm sorry about those things I said to you today.
Oh, that's all right. Say, Mary, you want to hear something funny? I just had a dream that you and I have been married 21 years, and we had a 19-year-old daughter named Joan.
Was I still working at the May Company?
Yeah.
I thought so. Good night, Jack.
Goodbye.
Things are always happening to Mr. Benny. But he must be quite a personality because in honor of his birthday this month, his picture is on the cover of this week's issue of Collier's. He wrote quite an article for them. It's about how he feels now that he's approaching 40. And in the parlance of a golfer, it's been quite an approach. This is quite a picture, Mr. Benny. It isn't just a photograph. It's a painting done by a real talented portrait artist. And he had to sit for it, too. The artist came over to the house 3 times. And when he finished, he had a little paint left over, so Mr. Benny made him do the kitchen. Mr. Benny's the only man in Hollywood whose eyes match the knobs of his kitchen cupboards. I guess I'll turn in now. Okay, Polly, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Rock-a-bye, baby.
Jack, we'll be back in just a moment. But first...
What do you think this is? It looks like some form of torture machine, doesn't it? Far from it. Actually, this instrument has a lot to do with the better taste of Lucky Strike cigarettes. What you were just looking at was a device for measuring the moisture content of tobacco about to be made into cigarettes in a Lucky Strike manufacturing plant. And believe me, smoking enjoyment depends a lot on maintaining proper moisture content. Too much moisture, and your cigarette will burn too slow. Too little, and it will taste dry. That's why the American Tobacco Company keeps a sharp eye on the moisture content of the fine tobacco that goes into every Lucky during every step of its manufacture. Here's how Robert Pendleton, who operates the instrument you just saw, tests for moisture after the tobacco has been shredded. He pushes a container of tobacco under the specially designed moisture meter, the long prongs buried deep into the tobacco. Then electric impulses show the moisture content of that tobacco on a dial. Yes, the fine tobacco that goes into every Lucky gets a lot of expert attention all along the line. The moisture test is just one of the hundreds of quality controls regularly made to be sure that you get all the better taste of Lucky's fine tobacco. For smoking enjoyment is all a matter of taste. And the fact of the matter is, Lucky's taste better, cleaner, fresher, smoother. So be happy. Go Lucky.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, on radio and on television, I'm not supposed to be married. But I'm sure that most of you know that Mary is really my wife and Joni my daughter. I'd like to have them both take a bow. And I was very proud of you, Joni. You did a fine job, didn't you, Mary?
I thought so.
Joni, would you like to do another TV show with me?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to talk to my agent.
Your agent? Joni, I'm your father.
I know, but Mother told me to get an agent.
Good night, folks. See you in 3 weeks.
Appearing on tonight's program were Leon Tyler, Barbara Pepper, and Ann Wilner. Remember, 1 week from tonight on this same station, Ann Southern returns in Private Secretary. And don't forget, in 3 weeks, the Jack Benny Show will originate in New York City. And Jack will have as his guest star, Miss Helen Hayes. The Jack Benny program has been brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes. This is Don Wilson saying, be happy, go Lucky.
This is the CBS Television Network.